Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm MrRedClaw. Welcome back to an episode of World of Tanks. So actually, I've been putting this video off for probably about a month at this point, because at first I kind of wasn't really sure if I wanted to upload it or not. But I have kind of decided that yeah, I want to show it off because well, it was quite a good game, to be perfectly honest. As you're going to see within the next 13 minutes or so, yeah, something like that. It was quite a long game, quite drawn out, but it was definitely worth waiting for and stuff, and like worth focusing on. So at the start we get a good shot into the A44, rolling just below average at 275. Next I tried to get that UDES, but he just ran away. Go for the EBR, but he goes past, so another shot into the A44. One damage above average, which is it's something, I guess. And then, yep, there you go. Oh, no. Actually, a missed shot on the A44. It did look like it was going right towards him, but I guess it didn't. Now, over here, I'm looking at the EBR 75, and I'm kind of deciding if I want to shoot or not, and I decide not to because I would have gotten spotted and probably would have gotten slapped by the UNES and like all of the other tanks on the other side of this kind of coal field over here. So yeah, I actually have been putting this video off for quite some time, as I put in a good shot into the batch at 12T and run away quickly because of course I'm going to get spotted. So as I said, I've been putting this video off for quite some time. Actually in the meantime, two other World of Tanks channels actually posted this video, which is cool, I guess, that I had the game good enough for someone else to enjoy it. But yeah, it was definitely something. As the Rhymetown borsting on our team shuts down the A44 finally, finally killing him after I couldn't. And now I set up behind these bushes over here, try to get the super Hellcat over there, get in one shot, pull back just in case I would have been spotted, because that's just a really good kind of thing to get used to. If you fire, just pull back even if 6 heads hasn't gone off, because of course it takes 3 seconds, and in that 3 seconds everyone can like aim at you and shoot, and within those 3 seconds you can die. So it's always just better to fall back straight away, because it'll like save you loads of hit points for all of them. So now over here I put in a really good shot against the KV-122, that tier 7, pretty sure it is, yeah, it's a tier 7 Russian heavy tank. A premium one, of course. Then I put in a good shot against the SDML, probably one of the worst tanks tier for tier in the game. I honestly would have probably preferred like playing with a Stug 3G against tier 10 tanks than with the ML against tier 9 tanks, because honestly I played it, and I only played it just I honestly played it for like 3 years, just grinding it slowly but surely. And luckily they kind of added the blueprints, because I just got all of the blueprints for the Rhymetown borsting, so I only had to unlock the gun on the ML, and then I could have just gotten the borsting straight away, because I would have been just kept on trying to like play that thing for the next 3 years. But yeah, a bit about the tank that I'm playing. I'm pretty sure I haven't even mentioned it yet. It's of course the Stritzvog S1, the tier 8 Swedish premium tank destroyer. Of course in real life it was basically like a heavy tank or something, but in the game it is a tank destroyer. Probably one of the best ones at tier 8, well maybe not the best one, but probably the best sniper at tier 8. As a stock without any equipment or without any without any like crew skills, it does have 0.39 accuracy in travel mode, but when you enter siege mode it goes down to 0.29, which is just the best of basically any tank at this tier, one of the best in the games. So up to 3000 damage. Our team, well, we're actually up by a kill over the enemy, but well, we're not really in the best kind of positions to defend or attack, and yeah, but I am up to 3000 damage. I haven't taken any damage, which is really important in this tank, because you don't have like basically no armor and only 1,000 hit points, which is definitely not enough, especially against like a T30 or a Foch. Even against a Unis, taking up 390 average damage is just huge. And if that Borsig is using that 150, I'm pretty sure it is millimeter gun, with the 750 damage, that is just going, well, first of all, it's going to over penetrate, yeah, it's just going to penetrate me every single time because of the caliber of the gun. And it's going to do 750 damage, which is just, yeah, it's 75% of the hit points that I have, which is just, yeah, definitely not ideal. I actually don't want to get shot by like any tank on the enemy team, because the Jagdpanther, which does the least amount of damage of the remaining enemy tanks, it does, I'm pretty sure it's 300 with the top gun, but that is still like a third of my hit points. And if that Emil is using that top gun, that 148mm gun, if I'm not mistaken, that does 490, which is just, yeah, that's basically nearly half my health, which is just quite a lot. Another cool thing about this tank is, of course, well, basically like the gun is just like the best thing about this. 288mm of standard penetration, and if you do decide to dab that 2 key, it goes up to 330, so you're just going to be penetrating basically everything in the game. Even with your standard rounds, it's going to be contesting like most of the tanks. And if you really need to get like fight against those tier 10 heavy tanks or tank destroyers, you can stab the 2 key, 330 damage, penetration is just so much that you're going to penetrate like nearly every single time you have to hit like the tank at a really weird angle for you not to be able to penetrate. And of course 390 damage, which isn't the best because of course stuff like the Scorpion G and the SU1 20 PM do have more, and the ISU 152K, I'm pretty sure it's called, as we get a really good shot into those T30 over there. And the Foch comes out and is on full hit points. I'm pretty sure that's 1,850 as that, but I do get in a good shot into the side of it. I'm pretty sure it was the Borsig who was using the 150mm gun, did put in a really good shot against the Foch before falling down. Now I shoot at the Borsig on the enemy team, somehow don't damage him, which is weird because he has even less armor than I do, but sure, okay. As they complete some kind of mission, I'm not really sure which one, but it's really cool. I'm pretty sure it's do 4,000 damage or something like that, I'm not too sure, I can't really remember. But now it is just me and the ST Emil on my team against, at this point, 5 tanks now, as I shut down the Unis 03, which is of course the tier 8 standard Swedish tank destroyer. Of course, the kind of basically this tank but standard. Now it might have good dispersion, this tank, but apparently it's not good enough to snipe this Borsig through here, as I put in the second round into like this kind of top gun thing. You can damage it over there, but it's apparently quite hard to shoot at, as I missed my third shot, which is quite bad because of course we want to take these tanks out as fast as possible because there is 5 of them left. But there you go, pretty sure that was 4th time's the charm. I guess we'll go with that. But there you go, but we're not reloaded just enough. We missed it by half a second, the killing shot on the Foch over there, which basically, which is really bad because if he reloads, I'm pretty sure he has like a 4-round magazine. I'm not too sure, I haven't played that tank, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like a 4-round magazine, if not 5. I'm not too sure. Of course, this tank, the Stritzvog S1, does have quite a good damage per minute. Stock, of course, without any kind of equipment and anything of that, like crew skills, it is 2,392, and the reload time is 9.78. When you get crew skills and equipment on this, that goes down to like 8 seconds, if not more, if not less, and the DPM goes up to like 2,800-ish, which is pretty decent. Now of course this tank, 30mm of armor all around, as we spot the Jagdpanther 2 who's going inside a camp circle. I'm not really sure what he does over there, I'm not really sure he knows where we are. But there you go, I put a shot into him, and then the STML in on my team shuts him down with a really good shot over there. I definitely wouldn't really like playing that tank. But there you go, the STML actually shuts down the Foch on the enemy team, which is good. And then I shut down the STML on the enemy team. So now it's just me and the STML on my team against the JW Panther on the enemy team. Of course, the tier 7 German artillery piece, which is definitely not the slowest artillery piece at tier 7. It can definitely get away from the STML, not from me, as this tank can do 50 forwards and 45 backwards, which is of course kind of the speciality of the Swedish tank destroyers, being able to go fast backwards as well as forwards. The power to weight ratio isn't really the best, 16.36, which makes this tank destroyer kind of sluggish. It's definitely a lot slower than the UDES 03, but yeah, it's still fast enough to get to places before most heavy tanks. Of course, the tier 10 Russian heavy tanks can go at like 60 or something. Yeah, definitely not, but it's definitely still a lot faster than some tanks, especially STML. Now the base view range of this tank is 350, which is quite bad. And as you can see on the minimap, I do have coated optics, I do have brothers in arms and situational awareness, as well as, I'm pretty sure the other skill is called recon, and I'm only at like, what is that, like 430ish, maybe 400, yeah, something like that, maybe even less. So you definitely want to kind of watch out with this tank when you're like 1 versus 1 against the medium tanks, because they are going to outspot you, maybe sometimes, as of course the other kind of speciality of the Swedish tank destroyers is the camo. While stationary, this camo is 24.05 and 5.03 while shooting, and while moving it's 14.42 and 3.01 while shooting and moving. So it's definitely quite a sneaky tank destroyer. I have no problem shooting tanks at like 400 meters even when I'm out in the open, because I just know that I'm not going to get spotted, because yeah, it's just like a really good camo rating. The shell cost doesn't really cost that much, 1,160 per shot. We're talking about the standard rounds here. It's 4,800 for the premium. Definitely not the worst, as our STML starts to cap, and I was actually thinking of going to cap 2 because we only have 2 minutes left, and the STML is going to have just enough time to cap. But the JW Panther on the enemy team shuts him down, so he must have been sitting or in like the rubble, like behind the rubble over there, so it was probably quite easy for the Panther to shut him down. So there you go. He did ping the map where he got shot from. First he pointed at the kind of thing where the enemy tank destroyers go, then he pointed here. He's over here. Now I kind of think, should I shoot him, should I ram him? But I shoot him just to confirm the kill. And there you go, 5,800 damage, 0 damage taken in the Stritzvog S1. So as you can see over here, well, first of all, ace tanker, really cool to get that. A Confederate medal, high caliber, and a Top Gun for those 7 kills. Of course, you need 6 to get that, but we got 1 extra. 6,167 damage, so we must have got a blind shot in somewhere over there against that Jagdpanther 2, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, really cool. Nearly the most damage I've ever done. I've only missed it by like a shot or 2. Yeah, the most damage I've ever done was in the Jagdtiger. I'm pretty sure it was like 6,500 and something, so I was really close this time. Looking over here, I made 115,820 free credits, so definitely quite cool. But I did get 15,000 for that mission over there. But yeah, still a really good result. Of course, 1,472 base experience, but it was like a 4 times week, and of course for the premium tag, so it was actually total of 6,035, which is really cool. Out of the 26 shots that I fired, 19 hit, 18 penetrated, giving us that 6,000 damage, and most of that being done from a distance of more than 300 meters. Over 4,000 of that damage was caused, from a distance of more than 300 meters. But there you go, an absolute carry in the Stritzvog S1, of course. I don't think my team could have been able to pull that off, that STMO at the end. I'm pretty sure he couldn't pull that off by himself. But there you go, we helped him, carried our team to victory and beyond. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.